Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Rello. That's RELLO. And for a quick second, I want to go ahead and talk about His Hop Television Network. His Hop Television Network, they have all the works. They have Bible studies. They have get-togethers. They also have their church on the street where they get together on the street and they preach the word of God. So it's also available on Fire Stick, and they also have their very own app that you can download, His Hop Radio. So go ahead and tap in with everything that His Hop has going on, and be sure to tap into that Fire Stick. Check them out with all the great sermons that they have to offer. God bless. One love. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with an episode of Real Talk. I'm your host, Rello. That's RELLO. And look who decided to pull up on me. Hey. What? It's been a long time coming, but finally here. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this young lady is, she's one of the most talented artists that we have out here in the city. She works her butt off. She does everything from covers for herself to flyers for herself, writing her own music, creating her own content, and just being dope in general. Ladies and gentlemen, Zyesha Yamari, aka Isha Yamari.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
For those of you that don't know, I tell Zyesha that Isha is her ghetto side that she has to let out sometimes. How you feeling?
I feel good, but we're not calling me Isha.
You was on Isha time today. I'll tell you that much. Tell the nigga 11:30, she pop up at 11:45 like, because hey.
We didn't discuss what was going on today. You just like pull up to the studio and I'm like, okay. Like,
you just ready to work.
Yeah, I didn't know what we was doing, so I had to do my makeup.
To be honest, I didn't really know what we was doing either. I was just like, you know, it's been a while since I've done some recording, so I was like, let me go ahead and like make something. And then I was like, you know what? Zah's not like releasing any music yet, but the topics and stuff that I kind of want to talk about, I think you would do good.
Yeah.
So, what you been up to?
Working.
Working?
Yeah.
Working and buying niggas PS5?
I ain't buying a nigga shit. Let's get that clear.
Shout out to all the ladies that bought PS5s in the last week. Shout out to y'all. What's wrong with that?
First of all, if that's your man or your husband, do that. That's cool. I'm single by choice. But I mean, I don't feel like if we're just talking or dating around, I'm not buying you a PS5 for what? There's no dick in the world that's gonna make me buy a nigga PS5.
See, now like, I think that if you are at that level, then okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys buy each other, you know, gifts that are, you know, pricey and stuff like that, then cool. But nobody bought me a PS5, so.
Look, I ain't asking for a Birkin bag. Don't ask me for no PS5.
Birkin bags. So I learned that Birkin bags, it's a little bit more complicated than what it really is. Than like more than meets the eye.
They're investments.
Yeah, but like, not everybody can get a Birkin bag. So like, I learned that most of these like rappers or these artists and stuff like that, or these females that are out here with Birkin bags, 9 times out of 10, like, they were bought from somebody else. So like, Birkin, like, you have to create an account, then you have to be approved of the account, then you have to be on a waiting list, and then they have to like basically decide that, oh, they can have this bag. So it's, and then once like you see the price of that Birkin bag, it's like, that's a whole house.
I don't think they're worth it. They're ugly to me.
Yeah. But what bag is really worth that though? Like, what woman really uses a bag enough that you would spend like over $100,000 for it?
None.
Like, there ain't enough shit in a woman's house for them to put all that shit in a Birkin.
You know what I could buy with the Birkin bag, like Birkin bag type money? I just don't have.
What would Zyesha do with $100,000?
$100,000? Pay off my debt.
Damn, you make it sound like it's a lot.
It's only like $6,000. That's not a lot. Most people my age already in like $50,000 debt.
That's true.
I'm 6,000. I'm cool, but I'd pay off my debt. I'd probably I want to buy my dad a house. I always wanted to buy my dad a house. I told him, so my guitar, it was an investment. I told him, I said, you buy me this guitar, and when I make it, I'll buy you a house, and I'll get you your own truck. It'll be Alabama Roll Tide, because he's from Alabama.
Alabama fan.
Yeah. truck driver. So I told him I'd get him his own house with the lake because he liked to fish. Yeah, so.
See, he should have put all that in writing.
He says
I don't
that
believe
often.
you now. I don't believe you.
Why?
Because
I was 15 when I said that.
If you buy your daddy a house, now it's gonna come with rules.
What's the rules?
You ain't gonna set rules for your daddy?
That's his house.
I ain't gonna get personal with you, but I know you, and you gonna set rules in that house. Daddy, there better not be no bitches in this house. I know that.
I mean, he already got married without my consent, so I mean.
Can she stay at the house?
That's his new wife, I guess.
See? It comes with rules. He be like,
my only thing is, like, once my mama passed away and he, you know, moved on, got married, my thing is don't be using my mama dishes. Like, don't, because my mama loved to cook. So I was really tripping off that. Like, we was down there, I was down there over the summer, and she cooked for my dad, and I'm like, the audacity.
The dishes, though?
Yes. My mama's cast iron skillets, all that.
How you know it was the exact one, though?
Those are my mama's dishes. I know my mama's dishes. It's the same dishes I was cooking with.
Okay, so I understand that those mean something to you because they were your mother's. But
I don't care.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But that's it. Buy your daddy a house, $100,000. That's it.
And then I would, you know, pay for my career. It's expensive.
You can't fit all that.
Oh, and I want to get my body done.
What's up with women in these BBLs? Is that what
Wait,
it's called?
first of all, I don't care to get a BBL. I just want a tummy tuck and some little lipo, small waist. I don't care to do all that crazy stuff.
Ain't that? But it is like what's that shit called? The mommy, whatever.
The mommy makeover.
Yeah.
But that's everything, like the boobs, the stomach, and the butt. I don't really care to have a crazy butt. That's never been a thing for me. I don't care. You gonna like it or not, I don't care. Somebody love it. I don't care.
My choice.
Oh my God. But I mean, I just want to get my stomach done. After I had my daughter, like, I didn't snap back.
Things change.
Everything changed.
Are things really different with your body once you have a child?
I mean, for me personally, I don't feel like I noticed much of a difference. I just noticed, like, I hate having on shoes. Anytime you see me, I have on sandals. Like, my sandals over there. I hate wearing shoes ever since I had my daughter. And then, like, I used to sleep in bras. I can't stand it anymore. Like, as soon as I get home,
I don't understand why women do that. Like, I tell my woman straight up, as soon as we get in the house, I be like, you free. Like, let yourself go. Like,
I do that now, but before, I don't know what it was.
You gotta hold your bladder when you laugh a little too hard.
No.
I was told by some women that have babies, they're like, your bladder ain't really the same. If you laugh too hard or if you sneeze too hard, you might pee on yourself.
I've never experienced that.
Damn, you got lucky.
I did. My pregnancy wasn't that hard. I was just milking it the whole time.
When you had your daughter, was it natural C-section?
I had an emergency C-section.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had to put me to sleep and everything, and I was cool with that.
Damn, they had to put you to sleep.
Wow. Her
Wow.
heart rate was dropping.
Same thing happened to my daughter.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. They told us that we was gonna do the emergency C-section. They took my wife to the back because like her breathing was off too. Like she was like struggling to breathe. And man, they left me in that room all by myself for like 3 minutes, and it felt like an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
They cut her
God.
open that fast?
Nah, I went back there.
Oh.
They were prepping her and like put her on the table and stuff like that because like they moved her with the bed, and so they were like, "Okay, Dad, we'll be right back. We'll bring you some scrubs so you can go back there with Mom." And you know how they talk. But went back there and the C-section took like 10 minutes.
I really
10,
don't
15.
know how everything went so fast, and like they put me to sleep. I didn't
How
wake
old
up
were
till
you?
the next day. I was 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe because you were young, maybe, but I don't know. It was weird because it was like, okay, one, it was cold in the room, and so like, you know, you're open. You know what I'm saying? As you're having the C-section, you're open, so like, your body gets really, really cold. So like, my wife is like, like
Was
shivering.
she was awake?
Yeah, she was awake.
Oh my God.
Like she's like shivering. She's like, it's because you're open and it's cold in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and she's like, oh my God, it's so cold. And then you like, she'll be laying like this, and then all of a sudden you'll see like, it's like, yeah, they're pulling that baby. Like it was crazy.
My God.
But my daughter came out no problem. Was your baby born all right and everything?
Yeah, well, I didn't know. Okay, so when I had her, I didn't wake up till the next day, like the next afternoon.
I see your baby was like damn near 12 hours alive
before you
even seen
yeah,
her.
because they put me to sleep. And so I woke up or whatever, and my mom was holding her up to me, and I was like,
Who's
she
that?
only has 4 toes. And my mom was like, girl, what? I was still like, hi. And then she's like, no, she doesn't. My baby got all 10 toes, 5 toes on each foot. I just couldn't see
Why
it.
did you just couldn't see
I
it?
couldn't
I'm
see
crying
it.
right now, for real, for real.
I will
Because
never
for somebody to
forget.
come out, come out of like that sleep and just look and just like, oh, she only has 4 toes. Like, they didn't show me that on the sonogram. That's horrible.
That's the first thing I said when I seen her. And then like my mom put her on me, and I'm just like, that's mine. That's my little human.
You got your little chocolate baby.
I know, she's so
Little
cute, ain't
chocolate
she?
baby. My
She's
wife
so
be jealous.
smart.
But she, when raising our son, she was just like, I always wanted him to be a little bit more chocolate. Like she was like, I was hoping like he would be my chocolate baby. And then when she got pregnant with our daughter, she was like, this is my one chance. Like this is this is my last opportunity because we're done with kids.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's
I'm
a
done.
wrap. I'm ready to get it out of here.
I'm done. I'm not having no more kids.
Over it.
Over it. I mean, it's not that I'm over it, but it's like the things I want to do with my life, I'm doing it with one.
You would rather her enjoy it and see the fruits of your labor and like the elevation and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, let her enjoy it.
And I just don't want to pause again. I'm not waiting 9 months to get my life
I
back
feel you on that.
I'm not doing
I don't
that.
want to start all over.
Yeah, I don't.
Like the thought of starting over like gives me chills a little bit. I'm like, you want me to do this all over again? F that.
I'm not doing it.
F that. F that. Especially like after a C-section can be scary. Like when the situation's happening and it's like, I don't know, like you can't guarantee me like a healthy baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like going through that again, I don't know if I want to like experience like the worries of that, like the fear of like, oh dang, like she's not breathing right now and the mother's not breathing right now, like
Right.
that. Like
And she already got siblings, so I don't got to do that.
you in the game.
Yeah.
You in the game. You in the game.
First baby mama, last baby mama.
Period.
I'm cool. I don't all them cheering.
So these days I've been quarantining at the house, and shout out to Netflix. They decided to post, all the black shit.
Yes.
So I've been watching everything black from the Dave Chappelle show to 101.
I'm binging that now.
101?
Yes.
I'm like a couple episodes in 101, but then I jumped to Girlfriends. I tried to watch half and half. That shit trash.
It's not that great. I used to watch it back in the day when I didn't have cable. It used to come on Bounce.
Yep.
Yeah. I already binge watched that already, so
It's trash.
it's not all that.
You know what I want them to bust out?
What?
Go ahead and bring Cousin Skeeter on Netflix.
Oh yes, that would be so good.
I can binge watch Cousin Skeeter. Like,
could do that.
You see how like easy we were like pleased as kids.
But shows back then were actually had some type of like story to tell you. Like,
That's a fact.
the shows that come on Disney Channel now are just like, what are y'all
They're just
talking
there
about?
to fill time.
Yeah, they're not talking about nothing. They're not teaching anything. Like,
You know who started this shit?
who?
SpongeBob. I had a conversation with Flim about this the other day because I made the comparison on Twitter. I was like, it's crazy to believe that Nickelodeon got rid of Hey Arnold and brought on SpongeBob. That's crazy to me because like I binge watched all of Hey Arnold.
Cause Hey Arnold actually had some life lessons in it. It's pretty
Bruh,
good.
Gerald was getting hustled by this old white man over some watches. Then like this old white man was making these like trash ass watches and they was selling them for like a pop, and they was Gerald out here hustling so much he done sold them to everybody in the neighborhood. So he's like, I got 15 boxes at the house and I can't sell this shit. What does that sound like? So then he's like, hey yo, I need to get my money back because I paid you this money for these boxes thinking that I was gonna go ahead and be able to flip these.
No.
He's like, nah, you gotta go ahead and get that money before you can even think about getting some money again. So then he's like, I got an idea. He goes to the dealer, tells the dealer, he's like, hey yo, they still hot right now. In fact, you know what? I started tripling the price on this and now I'm getting da-da-da-da for these watches. And he's like, oh, for real? I didn't even know it was like that busy out there. Let me go ahead and get a couple of your boxes. He's like, I'll sell you my boxes for double the price. Hustle!
I need to learn how to do that. Look, I need multiple strands of income.
I ain't mad at you. I thought about selling weed about 4 or 5 times during this pandemic. But everybody doing it, so it ain't like, it ain't the good hustle no more. It ain't like, a wholehearted like, I can go out here and sell a couple bags, you know what I'm saying, to make an honest living. Now it's more like, nigga, I'm competing with my neighbor and shit. Like
my thing is, I wouldn't know how to do it. Like, I'd be dumb. Like, people be on Facebook, like, with their little lingos or codes or whatever, and I'd be like, you want
Let me get 8.
8 what?
8 grams. See, teaching you something. I think you would start getting confused, and it'd be me too. As soon as like it's time to bust out the scale, and I gotta like weigh your shit out. That's when I'm like, that look right. It look about right. I can the crazy thing is I can go off of eye. Mm-hmm. I can look at it and tell you how much it is, but I can't.
I don't know too much about the weeds, like.
You've dated enough drug dealers to know, like.
First of all, it was one.
Hey, but the funny thing is that every woman has at least one drug dealer.
And that's the baby daddy.
Yeah,
Like, I'm cool on that lifestyle. He killed it for me. You mean I gotta worry about you in the streets?
You mean I gotta go outside like 9 to 10 times every hour if I'm actually doing it right?
Right.
That feels kind of weird. My neighbor seeing me run outside, hop in his car real quick, and then run back inside.
Yeah, that's doing too much. And then you on call constantly. We in the middle of doing it. Oh, I gotta make a run.
Those memes that people be posting on Facebook be hilarious. they be like,
though.
"Hey, let me get 3." Be like, "Oh shoot, man, I'm at my son's recital right now. I know, I see you right there." Man,
or the one about the funeral. He's like, I'm right here by your grandma's casket.
Dang!
You didn't see that?
No.
That was hilarious.
I would have died if somebody had a picture of the scale on grandma's casket. That would have took it to the next level.
That would have been hilarious.
I got pulled over. No, bro, it's me. That shit is hilarious.
I'm dead.
But let's get back to what we were about to talk about. We're talking about the famous show Girlfriends. Now,
Yay.
I grew up on Girlfriends. Mm-hmm. My mama watched Girlfriends, and I just happened to be in the same room at the same time. And I came from that household of if your mama got something on the TV, you don't change the channel. If you want to do something, you can go in your room and play. Yeah. Whatever I'm watching, I'm watching. Like, this is my TV right now. Yeah. So my mom used to have Lifetime on. She used to have Girlfriend. I hate Lifetime.
They ruin everything.
It'd be the corniest shit in the world.
They ruin everything.
Dude has an affair with his assistant, and then the assistant decides that she wants to poison the son, and the only way that you can get the formula to cure him is he has to go and drive up this mountain to this crazy ass house where she's got the wife tied up and she's got a knife to her throat, and you have to promise to be with her forever.
You've thought about this?
I think I could write a Lifetime movie. I think I could. I think you could write a Lifetime movie.
Because I got a whole lot of Lifetime to talk about.
Have you ever thought about writing a book or anything like that?
I actually tried to when I was in middle school.
Damn.
Yeah, it was called The Life of Casey.
Who Casey?
Just a character.
That's how I know you an R&B head, because you was thinking about Casey and JoJo, but you just didn't know it yet.
Oh my God.
But during girlfriends, I've noticed that it's kind of different now that I'm older.
Yeah.
And you know, you done experienced like a couple women in your life, and you start, you know what I'm saying, putting together like, oh, this girl that I dated at the time, she was like a Joan.
Joan ain't shit.
Joan ain't shit.
Joan
really ain't shit. And I think we didn't really learn that Joan ain't shit until Tony's wedding.
Yeah.
That to me was when like, cause I'm like, I understand that like a woman will like if her best friend who hasn't really been solid with relationships all of a sudden gets engaged. Mm-hmm. I understand you as a woman, you're like, okay, like my time is ticking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a successful black woman,
right.
Like, you know, I have a great personality, I got a great ass, like why don't men want me? And it's just like left and right, it's just like Joan is a mess.
She really is.
Joan is a mess.
She acted a fool in Maya's wedding in the beginning seasons.
Yeah. It's like she doesn't do well with weddings. It's like when it's not her. And then like I seen that it was that episode when what's the woman, what's the actress's name? She was in the Tyler Perry movie.
Jill Scott?
No.
She's in the episodes. Oh, you haven't got that yet.
She is in the episodes.
Yeah.
If she got red hair, Lord have mercy.
Jill Scott is so fine.
Jill Scott been fine since Fawn been fine.
Right.
Lord have mercy. But nah, it was the one that they found out she had AIDS, and they she was in Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Tyler Perry's movie.
I'm trying to figure out Diary of the Mad. The sister?
Yeah, the
one where like you are gonna tell her. That one? Or the other sister?
Damn.
Brief intermission.
I'm dying though, cause like I have her face in my head. Like,
is it the one that had the 2 kids?
No.
Wait, are you talking about
Kimberly Elise?
Yes,
her. So, Kimberly Elise supposedly took Joan's man or whatever, and they were looking at wedding dresses for Tony, and Joan grabs a dress and she's looking in the mirror and she's just like, I do, like practicing her I do's and shit. And that's when I was like, Joan is a wreck. Like a legit wreck.
Yeah.
But I love Maya.
I love Tony actually.
Tony is the sister that like I tell black women that I know like yourself to be more like. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily have to have like the bougie attitude and like be like an asshole with it, but like Tony knows who she is. She knows what she wants, and she knows what like she wants a man to match her. See,
and that's where I'm at in life, and I feel like that's why I gravitated towards Tony so much, because I'm like.
Do you remember us having this conversation?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Because it's like, so I've been dealing with this person for the last 5 months or whatnot. I think I told you about him or whatever. Well, we don't deal with each other anymore because for the past 5 months, like I've gotten my place, I've gotten promoted at my job. Like I got promoted in the 2nd week.
And she got like a nice ass spot because I saw brick in one of the back of her walls.
Yes.
So I said, oh, she in one of them lofts type shit. She making money. All right, go ahead.
A little bit, but it was a lot of it. But
Talk somebody hit your car.
That's okay, cause I can pay to get it fixed, boo. That's fine. I'll get a new car. Yeah. I've already made a post earlier a few weeks ago. I said I'm gonna have a new car by the beginning of the year, like March maybe. I'm gonna get a new car. I already know it. Everything I ever wanted, everything I've wanted this year, I've gotten it.
Go for it.
I manifest everything, but you can't just manifest it. You gotta actually work for it. So. I work hard.
Go for it.
But yeah, so I've been dealing with this guy for the past 5 months or whatever, and I've just excelled so much, starting to do shows again, my music, working on my album again, and excelling at work and getting all these things that I need to make my life better. And within these 4 or 5 months, he's done nothing but literally sit at home and play 2K or that damn shooting game. That's it. Literally. And I'm not exaggerating. I've presented him with opportunities to like move ahead and like get his shit together, and he doesn't take them. And I'm like, I'm not about to keep introducing you to people because now you're fucking up my reputation. I don't fuck with flaky people. So you're gonna have to.
Yeah, because if I put my name on it, I'm putting my reputation on.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know me. How many people will I vouch for? It's limited.
Mm-hmm.
It's limited.
Very limited.
Because you have to be careful. I'm not mad at you for making that decision. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when things aren't being matched, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people have to realize that affection or love is not everything.
Sometimes it's not enough.
It's not. Like,
I got a question.
What up?
Okay, so he's made it clear he doesn't want me, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. What I'm not about to do is not be fulfilled where I want to be fulfilled. Like, there's certain things that I want that you've made it clear you're not going to give it to me. So I went on a date 2 weeks ago, and I told him about it. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going on a date. He was tripping.
What you talking about it for?
He's supposed to be my friend.
No, that ain't your friend.
I mean, he's supposed to be.
If y'all talked, you're not friends.
But he made it very clear that I just want to be your friend. I don't want you like that. I don't see you that way. Okay, cool, friend. I'm not about to sit here and wallow over you.
Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for it. Too many people. I ain't finna sit here and just blast a young man's game and just be like, oh, like he's making this. Nah, but don't fall for the okie doke.
I'm gonna get out here and do my thing. And what people gotta understand is dating around is not fucking around.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with this generation. I could talk to 10 dudes in a week and they're gonna call me a hoe.
This generation thinks that they are more open to sexuality than other generations are. When in reality, it's like y'all just more vocal about who y'all having sex with.
Right.
That's really it. Y'all just more vocal with what y'all doing and open relationships and all that other stuff or whatever. But this shit been going on forever.
Right. My thing is like, I don't have my desire isn't sex. Like, I can get good sex right now. That's not the issue. The issue is what you gonna do after that? Are you gonna feed my soul? Like, are you gonna be good to me? Like,
and that's when it comes down to that, you know what I'm saying, like all that other shit sometimes just ain't enough.
It's not.
It's not enough. It has to, you want to be fulfilled. Like, you want not fulfilled, but you want to be filled with, like, whatever it is. Like, you want to.
If I'm pouring into you, you need to pour into me.
Like, you want to be kind of impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to feel like when, oh man, like, I had a conversation with this person and I feel like I've bettered myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't realize how much someone's energy really, like, affects your energy. Because that's what it is that when you, like, get with somebody, you are becoming one. You know what I'm saying? You're becoming, it's no longer like, oh, it's Zyesha, oh, it's such and such. It's you two together. When you show up to an event, it's, oh, Zah, where's such and such? And when they see him, oh, where's Zyesha? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no longer just you. But one thing I've heard a woman say before, and a woman has said this to me before, I can't expect you to make me happy. You know what I'm saying? But you, go ahead.
I know this is not the best reference, but Will said, this is
Will
Smith, he said, it is not my responsibility to make you happy. You have to go out there and find your own happiness, and I need to find my own happiness, and then we come back
sure
together.
Take advice from Will Smith?
Well, look, I felt like that was good, though, to find your own happiness,
right,
and then be together as a unit happy.
You know how tough it is, though? Like, I don't think people understand, like, Will and Jada ain't the average couple.
They're very strange.
Will and Jada not sitting at the house on the couch together, and Jada's not rubbing Will's head. You know what I'm saying? Like, Will ain't sitting there helping Jada take her braids out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have that, like, real action. I feel like they made marriage what marriage really is, the business. It's a business. We're stronger together. We make financially more money together. Our children operate better together. It's one, you know what I'm saying? If you have that partner that just makes you better in that way, and it's like, yo, like that love that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you can love somebody but not like be head over heels.
I don't think they're romantically in love anymore at all.
I think a lot of couples that we see that are celebrity couples, they're not romantically in love anymore. Like, I feel like, and it goes to show, like, the man that had like some of the biggest name in the world 8 years ago, Barack Obama. When I see Barack and Michelle together, it's like I feel the love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you feel that. You don't feel that with T.I. and Tiny.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
you don't feel that with, like, I can't think of, you don't feel that with London and Summer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't feel
I
that.
hate that whole situation.
Anyway. So you relate more to Tony at the time.
Yes.
Tony, but could you see yourself being a Maya?
Maya cheated on her husband, so
Maya cheated on her husband because she gave someone else her time.
yeah, she got romantically involved. She didn't get physically involved, but like her heart was going out to another man.
And you don't learn until, like, you know, say that you're older, that hurts more than the physical.
Right.
Because in all actuality, physically, all she did was kiss him. She kissed him and that was it. It was just like,
oh, and she accepted an expensive ass watch too.
She accepted an expensive ass watch. You got a point. Would you question that?
I mean, if I know our situation, and like if my man comes home and we're in the same situation as Maya and her husband, and you come home with this expensive watch, I'm just like, what's that about?
Watch.
Yeah, and I'm like, where you get money for that? It was a gift from your boss. Your boss, Sheila, gave you a $1,500 watch. That's crazy.
That dude ain't even her boss.
Yeah, that's not even her boss. Because she said Joan gave her the watch.
Yeah.
And that's more believable that Joan would do that, but...
that put her in a messed up...
Yeah, and I put her in
He had told Joan what he was getting.
Exactly, and Maya just... there's a whole lot of miscommunication through...
There's a lot of miscommunication, but then also there was a lot of loneliness. And that sometimes us brothers, we have to accept the fact that some of us don't necessarily know how to love our women. We haven't. We didn't learn that. That's why when you see like a young brother that was raised by a mother, he's a phenomenal father. He's an amazing father. You know why? Because he saw how mama was raising the kids. He knows how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to me opening up to you, me telling you exactly how I feel, me being able to keep that spark going, a lot of us didn't see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to blame it on broken homes, because broken homes aren't the only things that bring that affect young men or even women. Because like, you not only have people that come from broken homes, but you also have people that come from homes that weren't meant to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know about those mama and daddies that, they've been married for 20 years, but mama should have left like a good 20 something years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she hasn't been happy. She hasn't been fulfilled. But she thinks that, what am I going to, I have to do this for my children. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you as a parent, you don't even realize that your children see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it affects them in different ways. That's why you always, like, it makes sense to wait and have kids.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense. Because it's like, go out, experience life, meet new people, find that one. But before you find that one, find yourself. Because I think it's easier for that one to come to you if you find you. Right.
And that's where I'm at in life. Like, I'm so content with me. Like, I'm so happy with me. And it's just like, there's nothing nobody could say or do to get me off my track right now. Like, I'm just like
About damn time.
shady. But I don't know. I just don't like when I say I made a post or whatever, a video on my Instagram story. I said I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't have time for it. I can't nurture a relationship like it deserves because I'm gonna get distracted and then I'm gonna have to start all over again. I don't have time to do that. Like people be like, "You're so young. You're only 23." I was only 18 yesterday. It feel like. So I don't want to hear that. Like I have things that I need to do to get to where I want to be, and a relationship ain't nothing but a distraction.
You 5 years out of high school.
Mhm.
You halfway there to your 10-year class reunion. My 10-year was supposed to be this year. That made me feel old. That's when I was like, yeah. When I done got to the point, like, I'm at that deep 28 where people ask how old I am, and I sometimes slip up and say 30. It's like,
might as well be.
I'm right there. Like, what's 29? You know what I mean? Like, who really like celebrates the 29s or whatever? But I think that you're young and that you should just learn what life is about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like one thing about 2020 has taught me specifically is that like, yo, you can't take anything for granted. You can't take anything for granted, whether that's just one deep breath. You know what I'm saying? So always just go for what makes you happy at this point, because I can't stand people that be like, oh, I'm so ready to be in a relationship. I'm so ready to give all this love that I have for somebody. Say all that shit.
I was at that point for a very long time, and it's just like, even if I had all that, I wasn't doing anything that I wanted to do. I was not happy. It wasn't enough. Like, I feel like people need to get everything that they want for themselves.
But like, this is my question, and no offense to any women or anybody out there when I say this, like when this question comes up, but it's like, what do you bring?
Exactly.
Like, I got all this love to give. Like,
that's not enough.
Exactly is that?
Like I feel like my type of love is I show love in every way possible. So like, I'm there for you. I'm supporting you. Like, you say you want to do this. I'm not saying, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, how are we going to make that happen?
Yes. What I talked about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing all that. Like, oh, you have this going on. I'm there. I'm going to make it happen. Oh, I'll surprise you. Oh, like the guy I was seeing, he wants to be a carpenter. I was about to buy him like this $1,000 carpenter's kit or whatever, just to, give him that push that he needed. That's the type of person I am. I love you. I want to see you make it.
And crazy enough is that if you would have made that investment, that brother would have been set for the rest of his life. Because like, being a carpenter, that's one of them jobs that like people don't realize, like those jobs take forever.
Like he went to school for it and he's done nothing with it. Nothing. And I'm like, I'm not about to keep presenting you opportunities.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to bash this young man or nothing like that.
It's not a bash. The truth is the truth.
I hope the best for this young man and individual, just like I hope the best for you and all these young black folks that's out here in the city of Wichita. You know what I'm saying? Just being, old man Rello. Just watching the young minnows do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, one thing that I've noticed about you that I feel like you remind me of myself.
What?
You say whatever the fuck you want.
I surely will.
Now this is the thing. Your mouth will get you in a lot of trouble.
It surely can.
It's almost like when you get on Facebook sometimes, you remind me of like Rello when I first started. And like, I didn't know too much shit, and I'm just saying whatever's on my mind. But you're like, what you talk about is completely different than like the shit that I was talking about. But like, I be seeing you on niggas' necks. I was like, golly. Like, why?
Why not? They be on me. They be on everybody else. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing.
All right, so question for you. In 2020, what did you learn about social networks?
What did I learn?
Anything negative or positive. Something that you've taken away from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that.
I would say definitely what you say can make you lose out on opportunities. Like there are certain topics or communities that I will not speak on because
community came for your ass too, huh?
Yes.
And there did that one.
Like you could ask it's not even, I won't even say it's the gay community. It's really like the trans community.
I slipped up and made a post and I said the wrong word. I didn't say that strong F word or nothing like that, but I said the word that rhymes with bike.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. I got kind of thrown out there, like, you know what I'm saying? So I understand. So that's why I say,
like I was in the hot seat over it. Like I will ask, I'm gonna ask a question. I don't care if that, but it's never. Yeah, educate me.
If I'm wrong,
tell me
that I'm wrong, and so then I
don't come for me.
Yeah,
they will like I'm genuinely asking. I don't know any better way to ask, but just how to ask, and then they come for me. I remember I upset one of my favorite artists out here because of a statement I made, and I feel like she took it very wrong. But I just apologized to her because it wasn't meant to be malicious.
No, not at all. Some of your favorite people came from my head when I made that post, but y'all tried to get me out of here. Y'all tried. So
I don't even speak on it. I'll just be like, at this point, it's like I can't ask a question. So it's like if I'm ignorant, it's a problem. If I ask a question, it's a problem. So I'm like, I'm just shut up.
Anybody else come for you? I know the brothers be coming for you.
Guys always come for me.
They be coming for your head
all the time.
Y'all be aware that Zyesha ain't nothing but like 5'1".
I'm 5 foot.
5 foot.
Thank you for the extra
like,
inch.
The lesson of this that I want to tell y'all is that about 75% of women that are under 5'1" can fight because they've had to fight their whole life. So I would caution anybody that wants to try Zyesha Yamari.
Oh my God! You gonna scare the men away from me?
The nigga should be scared.
You should be.
I would be. You see how this shit that fit? Okay. What sign are you?
I'm a Cancer. What?
Bro, that explained it. Oh,
you told me this before.
You emotional as fuck.
What are you?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh hell.
Does that make sense though? When you hear that, you like, okay, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah. I can see it.
When they be like, what people basically describe your Gemini sign, your zodiac sign, I put a picture of Ice Cube, I put a picture of Donald Trump, I put a picture of Kendrick Lamar, and I put a picture of Kanye West. I throw in a picture of Tupac, and I be like, take your pick.
Oh my gosh.
It just depends on which day I'm feeling, for real. My son's a Cancer though.
I feel like I've learned how to control my emotions very well.
No, you didn't.
You don't think so?
Because you jump and you'll be in your emotions and don't even realize you're in your emotions. Swear to God. I swear to God.
When?
And I know that the women like zodiac traits are way different than like the men. That's the thing that like I've noticed. It's like Gemini women are way crazier than Gemini men. Like for real.
I feel like Cancer men aren't as Cancer men are the type of people that'll like you'll break up with them and they'll be like, I'll kill myself.
Cancer
Those are Cancer men.
Cancer women won't hear from somebody, or like the last time they spoke to somebody, they felt like the person rose their voice a little bit. So like the next time you see them, you'll be like, hey, so like, are you mad at me?
I don't do that.
Like what did I do? Like, or like you take tones very serious. The way somebody talks to you.
That's why I like to talk on the phone. I hate texting because I don't know how you're saying what you're saying. I need to hear how you're saying it.
When someone says it, like if I'm talking to you like this, so you like, nigga, hold on.
Who are you talking to?
Why are you getting mad? Like I'll say something to my son like, hey, why go to your bathroom and I see pee on the toilet? Are you mad at me? Yeah! I walked in your bathroom and there's piss everywhere.
My dad has like that. I think since my dad has that like stern, deep voice tone, like I'm used to that. But my thing is like,
Your daddy from Bama.
yeah,
He walk around with a mason jar full of with a little bit of liquor in it.
he does.
And boy, with his Alabama hat, roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. Your daddy live on the dirt road?
No. Well, I don't know. He moved to Virginia.
You moved to Virginia?
And I didn't find out until the week before. He was like that week of, and he moved that weekend.
What your daddy gotta tell you that for?
Huh?
What your daddy gotta tell you that information about?
I am his only
He grown.
living child. I don't give a
You
damn.
don't tell him everything.
Yes, I do.
Hey.
He was the first person I told when I got pregnant.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, Daddy, tell me
Your
that
daddy's
to me.
strong man. 'Cause boy, my daughter come to me and say that. Y'all gotta tell y'all about how Zyesha told her daddy about her car getting hit. Y'all, so Zyesha calls her father to let him know that her car has been hit. And he says, where did it get hit, Zyesha? She gets mad and she says, in the fucking gutter. Didn't ask where she was. All he simply said was, Zyesha, what part of the car has been hit? She's so mad and so like everything's just running through her mind.
Oh my God.
The only thing she could think of in her head is some damn hoodlums hit my shit. And like, Lord and behold, like it surprised the shit out of her. It's probably some meth heads. Like, you never know.
In the fucking
ghetto.
ghetto.
You hear it?
No.
That was a lesson.
Stay out the ghetto.
Nah, there's a lesson behind it. I told you already what your lesson was.
Look, man. I wasn't even doing nothing.
Somebody did something. Something got hit that night.
My car. That's about it. I'm celibate.
Nah, that's what I'm talking about. It's in your car. You so. But wasn't this cool?
Huh?
Wasn't this cool?
Yeah, this is
You know
fun.
what I'm saying? I feel like this is better than an interview.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
But don't try to like dip out of giving me an interview.
When the time, no, because when the time comes, we're having that interview. But see, the thing is, that's gonna be a very, very intense interview. Very, very intense interview because you've been through a lot,
Yeah.
and everything that you've been through is who you are. It speaks for who you are. So I know, like, when me and you have like this sit down conversation, like, it's no disrespect and it's all love, but I'm gonna ask you questions that like I don't think you were expected to be asked.
Bring it on.
Just be ready for that. So when can we expect out?
Oh my gosh. I really
Spring?
I was gonna say around springtime.
Springtime?
That's the goal.
EP on the way?
I'm thinking about dropping an EP before.
4-pack?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Just get the people dancing a little bit.
A little something to sip on.
I feel you. Astrological Lover's still available.
Yes.
So if you guys haven't had a chance, go ahead and check that out.
Astrological
You guys,
lover.
you know what I'm saying, want to put a little two-step on. You know, it gives me that vibe.
Yeah.
I'm sure the people down in Alabama love your shit.
I don't know. Like my stats, when I look at my stats, I have more stats overseas than I have here in America.
I'm not surprised because, like, see, I don't put you in the R&B category. I'll put you in that soul. Neo-Soul category. That's very, very popular overseas.
Yeah, in the UK, Neosoul is very prominent. Like when I was in high school, I could not figure out what was the sound that I was craving to hear, and then I was finding all these UK artists who had the sound down pat.
They know how to imitate those sounds, like for real. Like even like the hip hop, like business itself is like going crazy.
UK artists are so dope.
They are dope. They be working their ass off. So I seen this video, and I have to show you this, and I'm showing you this on camera because I feel like it's a laugh. So this is what I think a lot of people think of when they think of neo-soul people.
No.
So sometimes when people think of neo-soul people, they think of They don't use deodorant. They use crystals. They don't shave their armpits or shave in general. How do you defend that? You know what I'm saying, representing this Neosoul community.
I'm gonna speak for myself.
You might lose your Neosoul card. You better have a crystal in the tub.
My thing is,
let them find out you using this man-made deo.
I use deodorant. I shave under my arms, but other places don't go bald. I'm not doing it.
That's nasty.
No, it's not.
Prickles and shit. That's
You
nasty.
trim it.
I'm talking about legs and shit.
Oh, my legs? Yeah, I shave my legs. I shave my legs. I shave under my arms. I shave my arms too. Like the places that get seen get shaved. I mean, the other places that get seen get trimmed down.
All right, y'all. So, where can they find you, Zyesha Yamari?
Everywhere. Look, I tried to be for the streets, but the streets threw me back in the house. Like, bitch, you don't belong here.
Yeah, obviously, because you tried to just test out the ghetto. Really. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, I've been to Jacksonville. I know what it's like out here in the ghetto.
Look, Jacksonville, I lived on the south side of Jacksonville. It was super nice, 20 minutes from the beach. Really nice. Look, my parents wouldn't even let me come on, like, that side of town when we lived here. Like, over there by Pyatt and stuff, on the other side of 13th, we were not allowed to be on that side of town. Oh, we wanted to hang out with a friend? Wasn't going to happen.
What part of town did you grow up, like?
The west side.
You grew up in the west side?
Yes. Like, we went from Mays to Zoo Boulevard.
See, growing up for me, that was like going out of town. Like, Zoo Boulevard, that seemed like that was like forever a distance away. Town West seemed like it was far as hell. But like my aunt and shit, I was raised by my aunt. She raised me different. Like when we were bored on like the weekends and shit, she'd be like, let's go to Walmart out west. Let's go to Sam's Club out west. They put something different. You'd be like, okay, and Lord behold, that's when you learn as a kid, damn, they put better shit in the white communities in their grocery store.
It's falling down over there. Like, it's so ugly over there.
Because meth heads is active. There's meth heads everywhere, and there's daggum homeless people all over the place.
I remember way back in the day when I was a kid, going down Kellogg on the west side to the east side. Like, it was just, everything was open and new and fresh. Babies R Us and Kmart and all that stuff. Now it just looked like a desert, like, dead.
Damn. I wonder what us is like. I want you to take on something real quick, and then we're going to end it.
Okay.
So, I've had this thought about Wichita and the music business in general. We need a union. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, yo, like, if we were all on the same page, on one accord, that we're making sure that like these venues pay us the right amount. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, but the one thing that people have to recognize is that they have to put their pride aside and understand like there's like levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, like, don't expect, you know what I'm saying, you new up and coming artists, you're not gonna get the same pay from this venue that Wabi and Smooth would probably get. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I had to learn when I came back. Because when I moved to Florida, I did one show. Somebody saw me and they're like, oh, we want to pay you. And I was getting paid to do shows. Then I moved back to Kansas. I was still a cover girl doing covers, and nobody was trying to pay me. Now I'm writing my own music. Nobody's still trying to pay me. So. Is
it tough transitioning from the, what do you call it? When you cover singing?
I felt like it was so much better. Like, cause, I don't know, I just prefer to sing my own music.
I feel you. But it's easier singing somebody else's shit, ain't it? It's not?
I don't feel like it is.
It's completely done. Like, you have the full, like, complete song. You know what I'm saying? There's no, like, oh, we need to add this. And like, this is the fifth
But it's
product.
like...
And all you have to do is, like... But then when you're presenting it, it's like you're going to be compared to...
Yeah, it's like you want to do it justice. And, I mean, I can do my own song justice every time in multiple different ways. I feel like... I mean, I just prefer to just sing my own stuff. Like I still sing covers, like, but, so singing with Rudy Love, this was my first experience singing with the live band. Way better, yes. Like, I would prefer to sing covers with a live band than with the track. Because then I can really make it my own. I feel like it's harder to make it your own when you're singing with the track.
Shout out to Rudy Love Jr., man.
Yes, he's so cool.
He's a real dope guy.
I went crazy when I met him. I was like,
Fanned out.
yeah, I did.
Is he taller in person?
He's tall.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, to me.
Yeah, you. In my mind, like, Rudy Love Jr. is like, I've never met him in person.
I think he's probably like 6 foot, 6'1". I could be over exaggerating, but I think he's tall.
Hey, that nigga big. What you doing with a keyboard?
I could be wrong, but I think he is about that tall.
That's crazy. Shout out to Rudy Love. And check Rudy Love out at what, War Shades every Thursday?
Yes.
Might take Zyesha out there performing a little bit. A little something. What's your favorite song to perform right now?
My favorite song to perform right now, cover-wise?
Just in general.
What's
your go-to cover song? And then what's your favorite song of yours to sing?
My go-to cover song right now has been that Snow Allegra song, I Want You Around.
I like that.
Yeah, and then my favorite song to sing of mine is Let Me Love You. It's The Run and Let Me Love You that I just love to sing.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Zyesha Yamari, I greatly appreciate you pulling up on me, having this little conversation. I know I told you it was going to be about 30 minutes, but it's been about an hour. You ain't going to be late to work.
Oh, I ain't going to be late.
It's all good. But, hey, everybody check out Zyesha Yamari on all streaming services.
Yay.
Check out Zyesha Yamari on all social networks. She might not add you on Facebook because that might be personal, but follow her on Instagram, and all that other good stuff.
I have 2 different Facebooks, one for business and one for
so
I can act the fool.
Yamari page. The one I didn't add.
Did you not add it?
You sent me a friend request and you was like, this is the one I'm doing for music. I'm like, why
It's
am I
for
going to add you
business.
on that one if you doing the same
It's for like business, like media, music, all the business side.
I'll follow it and support it, but I don't want to see it all because you're going to share it on the other one anyway.
No? Oh, yeah, you're right. Either way, I'm trying to separate,
I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, keep doing your thing.
Yes.
2021 going to be your year.
Yes.
Keep working. And everybody, this has been an episode of Real Talk with your host, Rello. That's RELLO. We out.
Bye.
I've been all in my bag. You been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. I've been all in them trenches. I've been all in my bag.